I thought I was sick of politics, but you know what I realized? I'm not sick of politics. I'm sick of people who have nothing else in their lives. You know what I mean? Hey, man, you read any good books lately? Oh, yeah, I just read this great book about how Trump's destroying America. Oh, okay. Seen any good movies lately? Oh, yeah, just watched this great documentary about how Trump is destroying America. Jesus, man. You go to the next guy. Hey, you read any good books lately? Only book I need is the Bible. Okay, you read that a lot? No, I mean, I never actually read it, but I hear good things. Okay, well, you see any good movies lately? I don't watch movies because Hollywood's controlled by the pedophilic Jewish elite. Man, these people. Do they really think this is what life is for? To be perpetually obsessed with politics, to devote every waking second to what the president's doing? What's Congress up to? And you know, it's really bad when these people actually go to protest. I used to advocate for protest, but then I really thought about it from the perspective of the politician. Like, imagine you're a politician. You're corrupt as shit. You're getting money on top of money from every lobby under the sun. Let's say you're about to sign a bill, and your aide comes and, Sir, I know you're about to sign this bill into law, but I think you should know there's a group of people outside right now, and they got signs, okay? They have written mean things about you and this bill on those signs, and they're chanting things about how much you suck. Is that going to dissuade you? Is that even a factor? Okay, on one hand, multinational corporations are paying you millions of dollars to push this through. On the other hand, some crybabies with signs are chanting that you're a douchebag. Whatever are you going to do? Come on. And now I'm not endorsing anything, but think about this for a second. Same scenario. You're about to sign a bill. Aide comes in. Sir, I know you're about to sign this bill into law, but I think you should know there's a bunch of people outside right now, and they got guns. They're burning effigies of you, sir. Their eyes are filled with fury and bloodlust, sir. It's a little different, right? Not endorsing. I don't know why people are so worried about what laws get passed anyway. If the government passes a law you don't like, just do what people have always done.
Break it. Just break the law.
Let me tell you a little story about a guy named Ted Bundy. Here's a guy who wanted nothing more in this world than to murder college girls. And what did he do? Did he sit around all day moping? I really want to slaughter everybody, wantonly, savagely murder people, but the government won't let me do it.
No. Ted Bundy didn't let the government stop him from doing what he wanted to do. And he ended up murdering like 36 people. He didn't let Uncle Sam tell him what was what. He didn't let the powers that be spoil his fun.
You know, originally, I was going to use George Washington for that example, but I realized George Washington's actually too evil. So I brought the evilness level down to just Ted Bundy. I mean, Ted Bundy killed some people, sure, but George Washington had hundreds of slaves. Hundreds. I don't know about you guys, but if I had the choice between getting murdered by Ted Bundy once or waking up every morning for 50 years to pick tobacco for George Washington in the fucking hot sun while he rides by on a horse and calls me boy, I'm going with Bundy. I need some new teeth, boy. Let me rip that sucker out, put it in my fucking ugly ass skull. George Washington's a fucking psycho. But I'm getting sidetracked. The point here is that this country, the United States of America, was founded by a bunch of psychopathic slave-owning demons who said, fuck the government. We don't have to listen to those bozos. They can go fuck themselves. If those guys had never been willing to go any farther than holding up a sign and chanting, America would still be a goddamn British colony right now. We'd be sipping tea. Remember to extend your pinky. Eating crumpets. Paying taxes to the inbred royal family. Pretending that cricket is a real fucking sport. This is why I don't really care too much about American politics. We don't ever do anything. We just bitch. That's all we do. And if that's just how you are, then fine. I like a good bitch and moan sesh, much as the next motherfucker. But at least put some variety to it. Bitch about the movies. Bitch about books. Bitch about the server who was rude to you over at that Chinese place downtown. Bitch about how your cat just knocked over your bong. Bitch about your neighbor mowing his fucking grass at 7 a.m. Bitch about that stupid shit. Bitch about how the moon looks awful smug tonight. Bitch about how YouTube recommends the same 10 shitty videos over and over and over again. Bitch about how every product has a fucking app now. Why is my toothbrush in a fucking Bluetooth connection? I wasn't aware the B in Oral-B stood for Bluetooth. Put some variety in your fucking bitching. These politics pussies are so brain rotted. You'll see them injecting politics where it flat out doesn't exist. Like you'll see a video of some guy taking a shit on the sidewalk or something. And the first comment will be like, you know that dude voted Democrat. Dude just sitting on the fucking, he's shitting on the sidewalk, okay? I don't think he's showing up at the fucking ballot box in November, man. If you see a man defecating upon the pedestrian walkway and you instantly start, what's the political dimension of this? Then you are I'm officially diagnosing you with fucking Down syndrome or something because your chromosomes are askew, homie. On a related note, I see these quotations, all have a similar message,
If you're not turned on to politics, politics turn on you. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it.
There's a million of these quotes out there making essentially the same argument for civic engagement. They all boil down to some form of, you should be part of the political process because otherwise the political process will unfold in ways that are unfavorable to you. Well, what all these stupid fucking quotes are leaving out is that if you do get involved, it's all still going to happen the same way anyway, and you're just going to be 100 times more fucking stressed out about it. Those who don't know history are doomed to repeat it. Yeah, well, those who do know history are doomed to impotently scream, "What the fuck are you morons doing? Please stop! This doesn't work! We tried it before, it doesn't work!" While they watch others repeat it. It's pretty funny to me how this country prizes getting people to meaninglessly engage with the political process. As if being obsessed with a bunch of corrupt lowlives in Washington, D.C. is somehow a fucking virtue. Somehow being outraged and stressed nonstop is going to have a positive impact on the nation. I just wish you fucking morons would give it a fucking rest already. Voting is a placebo. Protesting is performance art. Calling your representative is about as effective as yelling into the void. Maybe less so, actually. I'm reminded of the Mark Twain quote. And when I say a Mark Twain quote, I mean one of the quotes he never fucking said, but endlessly gets attributed to him anyway. If voting changed anything, they wouldn't let us do it. This civic engagement shit is all just a bunch of busy work, folks. The folks in power use it to make you feel like you got a horse in the race. But they ain't telling you who owns the racetrack, who owns the concession stand, who bred all the horses, who prints the little betting slip. This is where some well-meaning liberal starts chastising me. What are we supposed to do then? Just give up? Yeah. Just give up. Stop pretending like the system gives half a corn-encrusted turd about your stupid little peasant opinion, and go live your life. Go do something more important with your time. Write a poem. Read a book. Watch a movie. Ride an ATV. Learn glass blowing. Go on a walk. Pet a cat. Take some mushrooms. Paint a picture. Learn to juggle. Learn to play guitar. Go to a wrestling show. Go to a bar. Make a rocking chair. Become a cheese snob. Go bird watching. Join a bowling league. Grow some fucking tomatoes. Get a tattoo of a dolphin eating Ronald Reagan. Learn to weld. Take a cooking class. Raise chickens. Brew your own beer. Start writing erotic fan fiction. Eat an entire cheesecake and then cry about it all night. My stomach. Write essays about B-movies. Lift some fucking weights. Master origami. Ride a mechanical bull. Get kicked out of a theme park. I have. Collect rocks. Write snobby Yelp reviews. Forge a sword. Maybe you'll get to be champion of Forged in Fire one day. Volunteer in an animal shelter. Learn Morse code. Raise goats. Take a pottery class and make a really shitty bowl. Learn calligraphy. Dig a hole for no fucking reason. Master the art of the omelet. And then lecture people. You don't understand the art of the omelet. Get weirdly into disco. Learn ventriloquism. Crash a funeral. Write letters to strangers and then leave them in library books. Learn to make shadow puppets. Take apart your toaster and then see if you can put it back together again. Write a completely bogus memoir. Become one of those weird metal detector guys. Invent your own cryptid and then start having sightings. Wear a cape. Bake sourdough bread. Fucking do something fun and interesting on the extremely limited amount of time you have on this rock. I'm not saying you can't have politics in the mix, but keep it within reason. Have a personality outside of it. Don't hinge your goddamn life on it, because if you do, you're going to find that your life is nothing but bitterness and fatigue and stress and anger. And that shit ain't good for your soul, homie. You're letting the ruling class turn you into a fucking NPC. You're letting them hollow out your personality and replace it with a bunch of slogans and hashtags. You're a human being. You're not a fucking yard sign. And you know what the saddest part is? You think you're fighting the system. You think you're resisting. You're not resisting shit. You're doing exactly what they want. You're emotionally invested in a game you're not allowed to win. And all the problems of the world are the fault of the enemy, the opposition, the bad guy, whose values are all evil and twisted. But that ain't why your life is dog shit. Your life is dog shit because you've handed over your entire identity to a team jersey. You've outsourced your meaning to some red and blue abstraction, and you're shocked that it hasn't filled the sucking void inside your soul. You wake up angry. You go to sleep bitter. You scroll through the horrors. You repost horrors. You scream into the void and get dopamine when the void screams back. You're not a fucking activist, my friend. You're a goddamn addict. And you're not even a cool addict. You're not even addicted to something fun. You're addicted to outrage, to stress, to victimization. And if you're the kind of person I'm talking about right now, you're mad at me right now, aren't you, in this little moment? You're seething because I'm sitting here telling you that you can't tie your happiness up in this never-ending carnival of misery. You know what I think? I think deep down you know I'm right. You just don't know how to stop, do you? You've built your whole identity on this shit. You've turned your entire life into an unpaid internship for a political ideology that doesn't even give a fuck about you. Doesn't care if you eat tomorrow. Doesn't care if you die. And the really fucked up thing about it is, no one made you do this. No dictator, no fascist, no overlord. You did it to yourself. You chose to make your entire identity revolve around the endless churn of political rot. Let me tell you something that someone else really should have told you a long time ago. This world is a ball of shit. It always has been. It always will be. It's never going to be good. It's never going to be utopia. It's never going to be the place you think it should be. It's always going to be rotten, unfair, disgusting, dehumanizing, wretched, loathsome, a shithole. If you want to devote some of your time to making it a little bit less awful, that's fine. But devoting your life to that is a recipe for soul death. I hate to be the one to tell you this, but most of your misery in this world is not because you've been screwed over by the powers that be. Now, you have been, of course, but that's not the real source of your woes. The source of most of your woes is that you keep waiting for the world to give a shit about you, and it doesn't. The only person who gives a shit about you, ultimately, is you. And that means that anything you get out of this life, whether it be meaning or purpose or joy or fulfillment, that's all up to you to get for yourself. No one else is going to give it to you. No one else gives a shit if you have it or not. Only you do. That's the fucking truth. And if you don't like it, don't blame me. I didn't make it the truth. I'm just reporting it. And if you disagree with me, hey, good luck changing the world. As soon as you create a utopian dream world, I will apologize for how wrong I was. That is all.